So I think I cracked the code on why the last two Helluva Boss shorts, they didn't fall off in my opinion, but they kind of didn't hit the mark in ways that I think some of the earlier shorts did. And to me personally, I think I figured out what the secret sauce was compared to what's my personal favorite shorts and what I think a lot of the fandom's favorite shorts are, mine being Chupacabra. That one is an absolute banger. I love it. And I think Mission Antarctica is another one that's up there for people. And compared to the last two shorts, what it boils down to, in my opinion, is plot beats. And by that, I mean the flow of the episodes in the last two shorts are very simplified. There isn't much going on in them, compared to Antarctica and Chupacabra. So Mission Orphan Time.
It's Morphin Time!
That's literally all I can think of for that. Was that a Power Rangers reference? I don't get the pun. But anyways, the plot is really simple in comparison. Blitz and Luna show up to do a job. They got a hit on an orphanage of all things. They got a guy to take out who runs the orphanage. And I don't know, it's kind of set up that like it would be a Blitz and Luna episode because he wants to hang out with his daughter afterwards. But that doesn't happen. They get in, they find the guy. Luna is thrown off by this guy who's actually a saint. He's the biggest, nicest guy ever. He's Ned Flanders and Rogers and every good person and definitely Steve from Blue's Clues rolled into one. And she can relate heavily to the orphan aspect and this guy just wanting to be there for these kids who are in need and also are dying. So literally like 90% of the short is there's the setup at the beginning, and then it's just them screwing around, doing nothing, wasting the day away. And they show the kids crying in like a funny, cartoony way, but like it's actually super depressing to me. That's probably the point of the episode. But yeah. And it takes all day for him to say his goodbyes. And then at the end, Luna and him have a heart-to-heart on the bench. Luna is feeling vulnerable and wants to put herself out there. She transforms into a hellhound, the dude freaks out, she freaks out, and he gets killed in a brutal, gruesome way. For, you know, funny shock value crap. It's kind of to me. But you know, when you really boil it down, there's only like 3 plot points that happen throughout it. It's the setup, Luna not wanting to kill the guy. The guy goes around talking to all the sad children that he's literally going to die and never see again. And then the shock value twist ending of Luna revealing herself and then him dying a horrible death because he freaked the hell out at a freaking demon in front of him. And Luna was too stunned to kill him and Blitz had to do it. It's 3 plot points in 5 minutes. It's not a lot, really. And then you got the new short, and it's kind of like the same thing. The new short, Bad Drivezo, where Blitz and Moxie kill their target in 0.2 seconds at the start of it. It's barely even a plot point. Blitz gets cut off by someone. He freaks the hell out, wants to murder the guy. Actually, he doesn't want to murder the guy. He wants to angrily talk to him. Blitz and Moxie argue about it. They spend 90% of the episode chasing the guy. And it's, you know, it's fast-paced, it's kind of funny, like Chupacabra. It has the same high intense energy as Chupacabra, but I'll get into why I think that one went better. Yeah, they argue about why the reasons of this guy is doing what he's doing, being an asshole on the road and just being the worst goddamn driver. And then there's the reveal at the end that he wants to, you know, do terrible things to his son. Moxie is disgusted, rightfully so, and kills the guy, gets in the car with Blitz, and then they bond over his shitty driving. And that's it. It's basically the same thing. It's kind of like 3 plot points, 3 major beats. Blitz gets cut off, he's angry, he chases after him. The reasons of why the guy is doing what he's doing are discussed. They catch up, they find out it's disgusting, he's killed, and they go about their merry way. And the reveal happens at the very end, much like Wiggler dying in the last one. So most of it is car chase and Blitz being pissed the hell off, which, I mean, it's really funny to me. I enjoy it. But if you compare that to Mission Chupacabra and Mission Antarctica, there is a lot more shifting elements in those storylines. in Antarctica. They have the job to go there to take out a research station. They find out everyone's already dead. There's like sort of a little mystery set up. They think it's a seal. They kill the seal. They think the job's done and everyone can go home. And then they find out that there's the murder penguins. The penguins chase them. They freak out and have to blockade the place. Blitz wants to use the portal, use the crystal to go back home, but he can't get it working. So that introduces a new plot element, a new dynamic to the conflict to try and get it working. There's humorous jokes of Moxie and Millie telling him he has to like caress it and all that junk. He has to be gentle with it because it's a object from lust. And then you have the extra joke of Moxie being the one to activate the crystal. The portal opens, they go home, and Millie blows the hell up out of like 90% of the penguins. So in comparison, there's kind of like 5 different elements in Antarctica. They show up, there's a mystery death, there is a fake out resolution, there's penguins, they're revealed to be evil. The gang has to barricade themselves inside because the numbers are too great. Blitz needs to get the crystal working and finds out he doesn't know what he's doing. Moxie and Millie help him out. Moxie activates it in the end. The portal opens. They can leave. Millie blows up the penguins. Resolution, basically, except for that little joke bit at the end with the penguin swearing revenge. Or just cursing angrily again. There's just a flow of a lot more things going on, I think, in comparison to the last 2 shorts. Then compared to Chupacabra, my literal favorite one, just because of the energy, the animation, it's like so bombastic and over the top, and it's just peak energy and humor. So that starts out with them doing another mission on Earth. They're being absolute idiots. Humans spot them. They gotta run. A freaking explosion happens for some reason. Blitz is knocked out, wakes up in a cage. He's being used as a tourist attraction. The Dorks agents show up, which is always neat. You got recurring antagonists showing up in these shorts. They're investigating what's going on. Blitz realizes guns are missing. He gets a baby goat to help him get his weapons back. Blitz manages to escape. He makes all hell break loose. People die. It's crazy. And Blitz gets his victory in the end, and then he gets to go home. There's a lot more conflict in there for Blitz. He goes from being trapped in the cage with nothing on him to managing to escape. It shows how resourceful Blitz is, which is insanely so. And is also just a manic murder gremlin. But again, there's a lot of different moving parts going on. The story is constantly evolving in Chupacabra and Antarctica. It doesn't really stay in one place like the last 2 shorts do, and also a lot of the other shorts kind of do the same thing. I enjoy the Weeaboo-boo one, the really cringe cult fangirl, where the joke is just her effing coming on the Blitz the entire time because he's a demon. That's basically the plot there, but I found it really funny. Hell's Bells, I mean, at least that had character development for Sally Mae. Like, we actually got to see more of Sally Mae and got to see her bond with her sister, Millie. And they just spend a lot of it hanging out, doing a night on the town. In the end, they have a heart-to-heart on how they haven't seen each other and they should make efforts to see each other more. It gives Sally Mae more depth to her character, like, gives her something to her character, that she's upset that Millie kind of left her for the life in the city and doing the assassin thing. And she's still working on the farm with her family. They both come to an agreement to see each other more. But yeah, it's honestly the reason why I think Bad Drivezo, it feels like it should be on par with Chupacabra to me. Like, I really love the energy. I love Blitz freaking out. The animation's crazy. It's really nice. I love the intensity of it. But I think it's the slight lack of plot motion that has it not on par with Chupacabra. And also, I know a lot of people don't like the gore factor in the last 2 shorts, and I can agree with that. Because Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel do enjoy having their gore moments, but they're kind of quick. they kind of flash by fast, and they're usually to help punctuate a joke. A quick edit here, one with an actual script this time. In Orphan Time and Bad Drivezo, it kind of lingers in your face a lot longer. It's made to be uncomfortable more than funny, or uncomfortable for humor? That really depends on the person, though. One of my favorite jokes with gore in it is in The Full Moon.
Millie, beautiful bloody mess in there. Ah! What a great fucking day this is!
You sure seem in good spirits today, sir.
It flashes by fast on screen, a scene of absolute carnage with one poor survivor. The humor comes from the contrast of Blitz's really good mood, complimenting the IMP crew and finding it to be an amazing day, making it someone else's worst. The gore has an actual punchline and setup, but doesn't overstay its welcome. Compared to a nice man getting screwed over in panicked agony, or a guy dive-bombing through the car and crawling on his hands, his ribs and spine on his back and foot missing, blood everywhere. Like, it's there just for the shock value of look at his back, it's torn to shreds. Alright, edit over now. Although I will say I kinda die at Moxie yelling,
But he's going to blow his son!
Like Moxie expects this guy who's half dead, his freaking back is destroyed, that he's going to be able to find his son and somehow manage to be able to do that. Oh, it just makes it so much funnier, aside from the very warranted disgust and shock Moxie feels in that moment that Blitz is just like, yeah, sure, whatever, I was right, let's just go home now, I did what I set out to do. This dude is gonna die from his injuries long before he freaking makes it to it, like, Moxie, please. So yeah, that's why I think the last two shorts feel a little bit not as well structured. Well, they are well structured, but they just don't have a lot of the same level of interesting dynamic shifts as the best ones of the shorts, in my opinion. There isn't a continuous flow of conflict and changes into the narrative. Hope this unscripted ramble made sense and you enjoyed. Check out my videos at the end.